Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing really well. So today's video is going to be a roundup of all my recent favourites. We've got loads of stuff to talk about. Got some books, makeup, fashion-y bits, jewellery, the full works. So let's get straight into it. So I'm going to start off with something very special. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen this probably already. I've been going on about this for months and the day is finally here. So my edit with Seol Gold has launched today. I am literally so excited. Yeah, I thought I'd mention that. It's got to be in the favourites. It's definitely a favourite. A little bit about the collection. It is a 44-piece curated edit. All chosen by me, a lot of existing Seol Gold pieces in there. I wear a lot of their stuff anyway, so I got to pick all my favourite bits. And then there's 6 brand new pieces which were designed specifically for the collection, and they are beautiful. I first really fell in love with Seol Gold about this time last year. Yeah, it's very exciting, very full circle moment to be the first person to have ever collaborated with them. I absolutely love them, they're the nicest people ever. I'm going to show you a few of my favourite pieces from the collection, and then obviously I will leave the link so you can see it all in its entirety. So I've got these earrings in. I've been wearing these to death. These are probably my favourite piece from the collection. And they also come in silver. Silver girls, I got you. I'm a gold girl, but I do love silver as well. So yeah, the silver ones are so cute as well. My mum has already come in and like stolen all the silver pieces. A really cute statement everyday piece. Small enough that you can wear them every day, but they just add a little bit extra. I love the texture of them. They are by far my favourite piece, so yeah, they come in silver as well. So yeah, everything is available in gold and silver, which is really important to me. I find it really hard to pick which bits I want in gold and silver, so we were like, should we just do it all? And I feel like that works for everyone. So I've got a few of the rings on here as well. These are a couple of my favourites. I've got this really big, chunky dome ring with these little stars, and then I love this. It looks so cute with my tattoo as well. This one here is another favourite. Beautiful green stone. And then we've got all these really big chunky signets which can be engraved as well, which is really cool. There's a really nice mixture of pieces in there. You've got like your everyday pieces, more statement, mixed metals, and then there's a few nice pops of colour. I love pink and green, so they're the only bits of colour we've got in there. And I've got these gorgeous bracelets as well. I love this. This again is one of my favourites. Pink tennis bracelet, and then I've also got this one on. Also this chain is one of my favourites. Let me try and just not flash you real quick. I love that. And then we've got these little charms that you can put on it. I've got a little heart. There's also a cowboy boot. But yeah, I feel like that's so beautiful. I'm repping. I've got it all on right now, but I love it. So next up, I have got 5 books to talk about. I've been on an absolute reading rampage recently. The recent thing is like getting into bed at 9 o'clock and reading for like 2 hours before I go to sleep. And I've got through so many books that way. So these are my recent favourites. So first up, I've got these 2 books by Jennifer Saint. She is my new favourite author. I've decided I'm obsessed with her. I believe she's writing a new book at the moment, so I'm very excited for that. So these are Electra and Ariadne. These are the most beautiful books I've ever read in my life. I've recommended these to absolutely everyone. So Jennifer Saint's writing is obviously Greek mythology retellings with the focus on the female characters. This made me cry like a baby, and I have not cried reading a book since I read Sunset by Jessie Cave, but there's a part in this with her daughter where, oh my god, I was literally a wreck. I was like, you know when you cry and you start going, I was doing that. So yeah, be prepared for that, but it's beautiful. It was beautiful crying. No, it wasn't. There was nothing beautiful about it, but it was from a place of beauty, you know? The Greek mythology women are just like one of my favourite things ever. I think they are the baddest bitches. They are so fucking cool. Yeah, I love anything about Greek mythology women. They are beautiful. The way that she writes is like perfect. I read both of these so quick. I honestly wish I could unread both of them to experience it again. They're that good. Even if you don't necessarily think you're into Greek mythology, I feel like this would be a really good gateway kind of into that. I just think it's a really beautiful topic to read about. It's very immersive, the description is beautiful. I read Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller last year and I loved it, so I feel like if you liked that, you would absolutely love these. It's obviously a female perspective, and once you've read quite a few books, they're kind of all about similar stories and they all kind of link up, which is really cool. I recommend these to absolutely everybody. I'm obsessed with them. The next book that I read was The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I'd seen a lot of people that I know reading this, and this is a big book. Like, the writing is tiny. It's about 600 plus pages. I'll be honest, it took me a while to get into it. Normally when I can't get into a book, I'll go on Goodreads, which is the app I use to like find books I want to read, log the books I've read. I always look at like a few reviews that don't have spoilers in them and are just like an overview of the book, and I feel like sometimes it helps me get a better understanding of the book. And once I realised this book was written in the 90s, I feel like it made so much more sense. I think sometimes you do need a little bit of context behind a book. Just to clarify a few little things, it didn't feel very current to me, which I think was what was confusing me. Able to get into it, and then once I realised it was, oh my god, how many years old is that now? I always think the 90s was like 10 years ago, but it's not, is it? Fuck, it's actually quite old. I wasn't obsessed with the characters or the storyline necessarily. They're all very unlikable characters, which I think a lot of writers do. I don't necessarily dislike that. I don't feel like I need to like the characters. For about a quarter of this, I was into it. It's one of those where I was excited to get into bed. I really wanted to read it. The way she describes things, it's insane. Like, I've never read anybody's writing style like that. I know she's got a few other books and I really want to read them because I just think her style was beautiful. Even though I wasn't massively invested in the story, I feel like her style of writing kind of keeps you. It's just beautiful. I mean, that's probably why it's 600 pages long, because her descriptive style is so intense, but beautiful. So yeah, I feel this is one of those books everybody should read at some point. This is a cult favourite for a reason, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to read her other books. So next up, this one is The Girls by Emma Cline. This one was actually recommended to me by my beautiful friend Izzy. She said she read this in like a day. She was like, you'll love it, you need to read it, and she was right. Definitely up there, one of my favourite books I've ever read, for sure. Actually a shorter book than it looks. The writing is pretty large, so it is quite a short book. I got through it pretty quickly. So it follows a group of women at the end of the 60s in a cult. It's a very Manson-esque style story. I'd imagine that's heavily what it's based off. I loved it. I love like a female cult story. There's something about it that's just so like rich, and I love it. This is a really beautiful book. Very like coming of age, about being young, about being a woman, wanting to be accepted. And yeah, just stunning. I think everybody should read this again, especially girls. I think they would all love this. And yeah, the whole time I was just picturing Haim. Like, I'm sorry if you read this now because you will just picture Haim, but they are Haim. And then, last but not least, I actually only finished this one last night. This is The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper. So this is the first book in the trilogy of books by her. The next one is The House with the Golden Door. I can't remember what the third one is, but I will definitely be buying that. I'm actually going to go tomorrow and get it. So I'm very into the kind of period female trauma at the moment. I don't know why, but I just love it. This is a really heavy book, to be honest. It's about a woman who's been bought to be a prostitute in a brothel in Pompeii, and about the relationships that she develops throughout that. I love the female relationships in this. The friendships are really strong, really beautiful. There are some great men in it. Majority of the men are awful in it, but the women are amazing, which would never happen in real life, would it? Every single character in it is kind of like traumatized and heartbroken to some degree, so it is quite heavy, but yeah, really beautifully written. Really excited to read the next one and the third one. We'll keep you updated on that. There we go. They are my recent favourite books. I love all of those so much. I've been on such a run of like great books recently, which is unheard of. Normally there's a few shit ones in there, but I love all of those so much. So happy days. So now, last kind of miscellaneous product, and then we're going to go into the makeup beauty faves, but I couldn't leave this out. This is my newest obsession. So Coach, the brand that obviously make beautiful bags, etc., created a sister brand called Coachtopia, which is their recycled sustainable brand. We're using offcuts of bags, recycled materials, all that kind of thing to create a limited edition run. I love this. I think this is what a lot of the big fashion houses should be doing. They're obviously wasting a lot of material and product, and it just makes more sense for everybody to do this. So I went into the Coachtopia pop-up at Selfridges in London last week. I knew I wanted to get a bag, but I didn't know which one. All of them were beautiful, and I settled on this one. So this is the Ergo shoulder bag. There was a black and white checked one, but this one was just speaking to me. Pink and red is my favourite colour combo ever, and I just adore this. Obviously all made of recycled materials, so these are actually all individually sewn on, so it is like textured, which I love. Actually a really great size, you can get quite a lot in here. I just love it. Look how cute it is as well. Look at that. It's so perfect. I feel like it's the perfect like spring summer bag. I wanted something that was a little bit more fun, and this is just perfect. So big love from me. So starting with a hair product, this is the Bleach London Instant Coffee Super Cool Hair Colour. These are what I used to use when I had pink hair, peach hair, orange hair. I've used these colours forever. Their newest one, I feel like they just knew. They knew that I needed this. I actually used this on my hair yesterday just to top up the colour. It kind of just retones it, gives this beautiful, really rich, warm brown. My hair always feels in really amazing condition when I use these, and yeah, I just love how it makes my hair look. You can't really see it here, but when it's in sunlight, it has this really rich chocolatey tone to it, and this is this. These are also semi-permanent as well, so they do wash out as you go, which is cool. They're a really fun way to try different colours. I loved using the pink ones. Whenever I see them, I'm like, oh, she's mature now. I'm in my brown hair, healthy era. So yeah, absolutely love that. Only thing is, I wish they did bigger bottles. I wish they did like a big jumbo size with a pump. But for now, I'm happy. So now, starting with some beauty bits. This is the first product I want to talk about. This is from Drunk Elephant. This is the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a meeting with one of the girls who works at Drunk Elephant. She is an angel, and she said to me, is there anything you want to try? And I was like, oh my god, yes, everything. So Drunk Elephant very kindly sent me some products to try. I've been loving them. I've been self-caring to the highest degree. The day I received these, I honestly had the fullest like pamper spa evening, and it felt amazing. And that's what I really love about this and Drunk Elephant products in general. They feel so high quality. They give you this really beautiful spa-like feeling, but they also really work. So You cannot ask for more than that. This one is gorgeous. I use this probably like 2-3 nights a week, just when my skin feels like it needs a little extra. I love using a face oil at night. I always wake up, my skin just feels juicy and beautiful. You only need the tiniest little bit as well, so I feel like this actually will last me a really long time. It's quite a big bottle as well. Next up, again, when I was in Selfridges last week, I went a little bit mental in Selfridges, but it happens. I was just walking around the beauty bit. I love the little, you know, the bits part, the part that has the bits in it. Just past the makeup and it has all the little bits. Love that place, it always catches me. And this is a brand I've actually never heard of before. This is Fleur, spelt P-H-L-U-R. And I was actually smelling one of their fragrances. I think it's a new one. I think it was called Tangerine something. It was obviously just like a really strong orangey zesty smell. I used to love the Atelier Cologne orange scent. That was like my scent of the summer like 2 years ago. So it always feels really nostalgic to me, like orangey smells. And I was going to buy that one. The girl that worked on the stand was so lovely and she recommended this one to me. This is the Apricot Privé. This is stunning. It's still really fruity and zesty. I love that for summer over a floral. I love like a fruity, really clean smell. But this one has this like spicy undertone. It almost has this like peppery scent with it. It's still really strong. It kind of reminds me of the Acqua di Parma unisex scent. So it's definitely got that kind of like manly undertone, but it's still really fresh and fruity. Just perfect. I love this. I feel like I will wear this forever and ever. This is definitely going to be my smell of spring summer this year. Also, I love the bottles as well. Like these are magnetic, so it kind of like very clean as well. They look very nice on your side. So again, when I was in Selfridges, I bought myself a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. I've wanted one for the longest time. Every time I see them, I'm like, wow, they're beautiful, but I can just never justify it. I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I love, so I've never felt the need to get one. But last week, I went to the Crown to Couture fashion exhibition at Kensington Palace. They had loads of Met Gala looks, and obviously Pat McGrath has done so many Met Gala looks. And that was the final straw for me. I was like, I need one. I absolutely need one. So went to Selfridges. I feel like no camera is ever going to do this justice. So this is the Mothership X Moonlit Seduction palette. It's the most beautiful thing in the whole world. Obviously Pat McGrath shimmers are just stunning. Been doing all Taylor Swift's recent makeup, so all that like really eras gorgeous makeup is Miss Pat McGrath. And yeah, I finally caved and I'm very happy I did. The packaging is so heavy as well, it just feels like really luxurious. So now, last few beauty products I want to talk about. I got this liquid luminizer from Rare Beauty. I saw it on Space NK and it just looked gorgeous. I love products like this. Other than this, I think I've only got one other Rare Beauty product, which is a matte lipstick, I think. So I was really excited to try it. I know people rave about it. I just haven't really tried much of it, but I've been loving this. It's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beauty Wand thing. Very similar colour to that. This is the shade Flaunt. It just really complements every makeup look. It looks good when you have no makeup on and you want that really fresh, glowy skin. I think I'll get a lot of use out of this in the summer. But if I just pop a little bit on top of here, it's just the most beautiful like wet look highlight. You'll see that. Beyond beautiful, and it feels really lightweight on the skin. It doesn't move any of the products underneath it. But yeah, absolutely love that. I feel like that was a great introduction to Rare Beauty for me. And I really want to try other products, but they're always out of stock. So we will keep trying. Next up, I feel like this is no surprise to anybody. This is a Swede Cloud Mascara. I've been using this for maybe a month or so now. I haven't reached for any other mascaras. This and the other Swede, I think it's the Lash Lift mascara that I have, are just beautiful. I honestly don't think I will ever use another mascara. This is just not raved about enough. I know the people that love it really, really love it, but I feel like everyone should be using this. It is just insane. So I've got it on now. It just makes your lashes look insane and it actually keeps my lashes up. Lashes are quite long, but sometimes they kind of like droop down throughout the day, but this isn't too heavy, so it doesn't do that. Also really black for a mascara that isn't waterproof, which I love. But yeah, best mascara ever. Now, last but not least, this is one of the brand new lipsticks from MAC. This is the Squirt Plumping Gloss Stick. Weirdest name ever. I have no idea why they're called that. This is a shade 16 Lower Cut. So although it's like a gloss stick, they do have shades. Ooh, it's quite satisfying. This is stunning. Look how nice it is. Look at that, super high shine. They are plumping as well, so you start to feel like a little bit minty and spicy on your lips. It's the only colour that I have and I absolutely love it. It's very 90s. Loving a really dark brown liner and just this. It's very 90s supermodel. I absolutely love it. It looks so great. And yeah, now it's starting to go a little bit spicy and cold. I wonder if they do a red actually. That would be really beautiful. Maybe I'll have a look. And there we go. Those are all the things I've been loving recently. I absolutely love doing these videos. I love talking about things that I like. It gets me all excited. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here as always. Everything that I've spoken about will be linked in the description box down below, as well as my new seol and gold edit. I hope you really love it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day wherever you are, and I will see you very soon. Love you.